There's a number FIFA, UEFA, and every major club wishes had never existed. Because once it was real, every rule football built to protect itself became a suggestion. That number was 222 million euros. Go back further than 2017. Football ran on one unspoken rule. Rich clubs won more. But even the richest operated inside a ceiling. Not a legal one, a gravitational one. And for decades it held. Then UEFA made it official. In 2011, financial fair play arrived. Clubs couldn't spend more than they earned. No blank checks, no buying titles on debt. For the first time, the sport had a mechanism. It lasted 6 years. Because in 2017, Paris Saint-Germain activated a release clause. One player, one fee, paid in full, 222 million euros. The previous record was 105 million euros. Pogba 12 months earlier. PSG didn't edge past it. They doubled it, then added 12 million more. The entire sport stopped. Then everything broke. First, wages. Neymar's weekly wage at PSG, 900,000 euros per week. That number reset every contract negotiation at every club below them. The wage curve bent upward and never came back. Second, the market. World-class strikers used to cost 60 to 80 million euros. Real numbers. Numbers clubs could reach. After that summer, those numbers meant nothing. Fees went up everywhere. Not because players got better, because the floor had moved. Third, financial fair play itself. UEFA had assumed clubs would behave rationally. They hadn't accounted for a club backed not by a wealthy owner, but by the sovereign wealth of an entire nation-state. Rules for football clubs. Nothing for countries. PSG investigated. Manchester City investigated. Cases opened, appealed, reduced, dropped. Every club that had followed the rules while rivals ignored them reached the same conclusion. The ceiling was gone. The clubs with state money pulled away so fast that within 5 years they were barely competing in the same sport. Manchester City, Newcastle, Chelsea. The gap stopped being a gap. It became a wall. At the bottom sat the clubs that had done everything right. Balanced books, young players, within their means, now priced out of a market they'd never broken. They weren't losing because they failed. They were losing because the ground had been sold. The Neymar transfer changed what football clubs believe they exist for. Not trophies, not the city that named them. After 2017, the logic became global brand architecture. Shirt sales in markets that had never seen the club play. The player who costs 222 million euros is not a footballer. He's a product. It happened in public. Cameras and fireworks. And somewhere in the stands of a lower league club, a fan sat with a season ticket they could barely afford, watching their best player leave for the third summer running, wondering when it stopped feeling like theirs. August 3rd, 2017. Football didn't die. A last-minute winner still does something nothing else can. A teenager nobody heard of making a stadium lose its mind. But the world around those moments has changed completely. One club, one number, no vote, no referendum. A nation-state decided it wanted a football club. The sport adjusted, filling every space, taking the shape of whatever holds it, with no memory of what it used to be. You still watch it. But what you're watching now is not quite the same sport you fell in love with. It just hasn't changed the score yet.